Hello guys. So I called Adam and he is going to be running late because he is behind on, or not behind, he has a lot of work to do, so he will be at work for a while. So I'm cooking. You're not going to smile, Miss Kool-Aid mouth. So today I am going to make meatloaf. So I'm going to start you off with what all Pioneer Woman stuff you will need.
Where's the meatloaf?
Well, I gotta make it, my dear. Oh. Doesn't magically appear, does it? Yeah. I have been loving making everything from scratch. I feel like I'm helping my family and I feel
making all
good.
this stuff?
Yes.
All of it?
Yes. Moving on. So you will need her cutting board. You will need a mixing bowl set, which I have a serving set, and then I like this one. I got this one separate, but I think her mixing bowl sets actually look a lot like that. You need her measuring cups, which is 1 cup and half a cup. You would need a towel, her signature knife. I love this signature knife, and I love this flat whisk too because we're gonna whisk some eggs. And you'll need 1 tablespoon and half a teaspoon and 1/4 teaspoon measuring. You will need a measuring cup. You will also need a few of these ramekins. I already have some of my ingredients set out. And these, if you use these for your spices, her salt cellar, and her pepper grinder. And you will also need this, which she does not have, but this is a broiler pan. And of course over here we have the trivet and the oven mitts to get it out when the oven is done. For the ingredients, you will need 1 cup of milk. You will need 6 slices of bread. This is just the bread we use. You can use whatever kind you like. 2 pounds of meat, and don't worry about the date. I did have those frozen. 1 cup of grated Parmesan. I think she likes it fresh, but that's just what I had on hand. You will need a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 a teaspoon of course, Lowry's seasoning salt. You will need fresh black pepper for taste, and you will need, she said 1/4 a cup or half a cup. I'm doing a half a cup of fresh parsley. 4 eggs that we are also going to beat, and 8 to 12 slices of bacon, and that is what you will need for the actual meatloaf itself. For the sauce, you need 1.5 cups of ketchup, which I am really hoping that I have enough. 6 tablespoons of brown sugar. I went ahead and measured that out. 1 teaspoon of ground mustard, and then just a few dashes of hot sauce and Worcestershire sauce. And of course I have Louisiana hot sauce, but again, you can use whatever kind you like. All right, so I got everything ready. I got my 6 slices of bread, so I'm just gonna kind of put it around in there. And like I said, it's again white bread, and then we're going to pour our 1 cup of milk over on top of it. And then kind of squish it down. And then we're going to let that bread soak and move on to the next step. While our bread is soaking, I'm going to go ahead and whisk together these eggs. See how nicely that does with this flat whisk? Do you say uh-huh? Uh-huh. Charlie agrees with me, so you guys should, huh? And now the fun part. We have our 2 pounds of meat, and make sure you do not get more than 2 pounds of meat. I have messed this up before.
Yeah.
And
she messed it up before.
Yeah, I did. We're gonna put our Parmesan cheese in there.
I have Parmesan cheese upstairs in my
Yeah, you do. And we're gonna do salt and seasoned salt.
We both have Parmesan cheese.
And we're gonna do fresh black pepper. I don't know about you guys, but I like me a lot of pepper.
And put all the stuff in the bowl of me too. Thank you, Mom.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are you making in there?
I'm making, oh my word, I forgot what I'm making. Meatloaf. All right, I had to clean up a bit too, because I do not like to clean up a huge mess whenever I'm done with everything. And we got our eggs in there, and we are ready to add our bread in there now. Oh yeah, good and soggy. And And last but not least, our fresh parsley. Sprinkle that on top. And now what's the fun part? You just smush it in. Now that is looking like it should. So we're going to get this broiler pan here and I will show you how to put it on there. So we're just going to try to get this lump out of the bowl. This might just have to come in pieces. And we are just going to kind of mash it to where it looks like it's a loaf. And last time I made it kind of chunky, so this time I'm going to see if I make it a little flatter and longer, if that'll help with the cooking. What happened last time is the meat was not cooked all the way through, so we ended up having to throw it out. All right, good and done. All right, here's the really yummy part. What you can do is you can chop your bacon in half, which I will probably end up doing because well, no, I think I will be fine. I'm just going to leave my bacon as it is because it's really not too far bigger than the actual meatloaf itself.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about making some meatloaf. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about, what are you talking about?
Well, I'm talking about what you talking about.
Well, why are you putting that on there? Why are you putting the bacon on there? Why are you putting the bacon on there, Mama?
Because that's what the recipe says. So that's what we do.
Okay. That's yummy bacon. I like bacon. You done?
Not yet, almost. All right, so now that I'm just going to tuck the bacon under it, and that way it will kind of keep the meatloaf together as well.
Where's the meatloaf?
Under the bacon. And I also put aluminum foil under this pan, just so it's easy cleanup, and I just throw it away, and I don't have to work out all that grease. All right, she's looking good. Now we're gonna add some sauce on it. I don't know about you guys, but my family loves the sauce. So we're gonna stick this puppy into the oven for 45 minutes, take it back out and put some more of this sauce on it, and then put it back in the oven for another 20 to 25 minutes. So like I said, we had the oven preheated to 350 and we're gonna stick this in the oven for 45 minutes. If you guys are interested, this recipe is in this cookbook, and of course I've got her cooked book holder thing, and I love it. It was well worth the $16 or $17 pretty much. So here's what it looks like after the first 45 minutes. And now then I'm going to put some more sauce on it. Alright, so we're gonna put it back in the oven for another 25 minutes.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do with the remainder of the sauce is put them in these ramekins, and that way the kids and Adam and I can use it as our own little dipping sauce. So there you go. The kids will share one and Adam and I will share one, and then we'll have two left over because we will definitely have leftovers. What did you just do, Charlie?
I gave my baby brother graham crackers.
Yes, he was getting very fussy with Mommy because Mommy was working on dinner. So Charlie said, I think he needs graham crackers from his sister. And you gave him some, didn't you? That was so sweet. You're a good big sister. I have my handy dandy helper Jackson boy here now. But this is the finished product. That is the meatloaf, and I just cut it, you know, specifically more in the middle just to make sure it's cooked all the way, that it's brown. For anything like my oven, the last 25 minutes I put it on the bottom rack just to cook it a little more. And since I had made this before and it wasn't cooked all the way, I went ahead and did it for another 10 minutes on the bottom. So there it is plated. I just picked it up with 2 spatulas and put it on the plate. I got some potatoes and some mac and cheese. I was gonna put these cheesy biscuits out on the table, but I think we'll just save that for breakfast. So hopefully everyone will like this dinner. Thanks for watching.